Basin program representing the Public Advisory Group. First of all, we need to do a little shout out because Southern Windsor County Regional Planning Commission came all the way for today's meeting. So hooray for Southern Vermont. So thank you for making that trip, Cindy. What actions have we taken? We are in the process of creating a who's who database, and this is where Karina was suggesting that we work together on this. If you remember, we interviewed or sent surveys out to 65 groups at the beginning of this process. We have all that contact information. We have all the programs that they said they've run about water quality in the last 5 years, and we don't want to lose that. So we've been discussing how to best put that in a database that could be shared. So that's one. Jackie and Sam have promoted and written an All In for Clean Water brochure that Barry will make available to all groups shortly. We just finished editing our version as best we could, but it's really to talk about shared responsibility and where might all this information be, as Karina said, perhaps in the right here in the Vermont Clean Water Network database in the end. But that is the second step. We partnered with Clean Water Day activities at the State House. Many of you were there representing your own organizations on this one too. We've also discussed at the Leahy Summit the Energy Action Network and whether or not they might be willing to expand their community energy dashboard to include water quality factors. We'll have more on that. If you're not familiar with that, we can write it up and get it out in some notes, but it's essentially allowing every Vermonter to log in and pinpoint what they've done in their home or as a community to improve clean water. It helps with accountability that way. So we have a subcommittee that will be meeting with them to discuss that possibility. In the next 90 days, the brochure will be reviewed by other team members. We're working with Bethany to review some of the work that's coming out of the state. It's a draft clean water communications plan, and she'll help to use this group as a little sounding board to see how the state's messaging system is proceeding. We will meet and coordinate with the Ease of Action Committee, and then a subgroup will meet with the Energy Action Network. For connectivity, we feel that we've lost a couple of voices in the process over time, and we want to reboot to make sure that conservation districts and watershed groups are included in these voices that we're trying to put forward. And also Chamber of Commerce, we always welcome more participation, and we have many of them around the state, so hopefully we can reach out that way, and also to a couple of additional church groups, religious organizations, whether it's the UU, one of the local rabbis. So we're still seeing room to grow. For alignment, Sam pointed out that it's pretty critical that we figure out how the Vermont Clean Water Network message gets shared from our own missions. It's a little easier for big organizations that are used to working with a lot of NGOs, but we'll continue to work on that. And then for support, we believe we have a small seed grant that Barry's arranged for printing the brochure. We'll help to evaluate the brochure from Bethany. We'll use a Vermont Clean Water Network website to promote some clean water messaging and identify new funding opportunities.